Hi, y'all, and welcome back. If you're new here, welcome and glad you found us. I am JoJo, and it is great to meet you. We are about to talk about another true crime case and hopefully see justice be done. But before we do, please hit that like button. And if you haven't already, click subscribe and turn your bell notifications to all so you can make sure to be notified when I post new videos. Thank you, everyone, for all your support. It means the world to me. Now sit back, kick off your shoes, grab your tissues and stress balls, and let's dive in. The content you are about to watch contains the subject matter of a real-life true crime event. Therefore, it is not suitable for all ages and is only intended for adults. Hey y'all, and we've got some new information on Travis Decker. All day today, I've been a little bit busy on another case, so I didn't get the chance to see these articles until just now. Today is the 20th of August, and there has been a bunch of articles that have been put out today with new evidence showing that Travis Decker is the sole suspect in his daughter's red rummings, which, if y'all seen my prior video on him, I ended up giving my not so popular theory. Well, obviously I was wrong, and kind of disappointing. But either way, I'm a big enough woman to admit when I'm wrong, and I was wrong in this situation, apparently. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go over this latest update that has come out. I've got a few different articles that I pulled that I wanted to share with y'all. Some of these are just video, some of them have video and articles. This one is supposed to have a video attached to it. Unfortunately, it does not have any sound. I even went through the source code on the website. I got the address for the video directly, and it still has no sound. So we're going to have to forego watching that video, but I have a couple other videos that we can watch too. So it says, new evidence shows that Travis Decker is the sole suspect in his daughter's red rumming. Source is Wenatchee PD, Chelan County Sheriff's Office via CNN news source. So this is just a short little blurb. This was published August 20th, which is today at 9:35 a.m. That's Eastern time. And it says updated 8 hours ago, which that would have been around about almost 2 o'clock. It's 9:50 p.m. right now in Eastern time. So that would have been almost 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern time when it was updated last. It says investigators believe Travis Decker is the only suspect in his daughter's red rummings. The Washington State father of 3 is still on the run nearly 3 months after his daughters were found unalive near a campsite in the Cascades. The Chelan County Sheriff's Office said 5-year-old Olivia, 8-year-old Evelyn, and 9-year-old Paityn were found with multiple plastic bags over their heads. DNA samples from the bags and cable ties at the scene matched the profile for Decker. Authorities said no other DNA was found on the evidence. Now this one here is one that has a video, and this one says DNA evidence shows Travis Decker is the only suspect in his children's red rum case. And this is out of Chelan County, Idaho. It says it was posted 5 hours ago. I'm going to go ahead and play this clip real quick for us.
Investigators believe Travis Decker is the only suspect in his daughter's killings. The Washington State father of 3 is still on the run nearly 3 months after his daughters were found dead near a campsite in the Cascades. The Chelan County Sheriff's Office says 5-year-old Olivia, 8-year-old Evelyn, and 9-year-old Paityn were found with multiple plastic bags over their heads. DNA samples from the bags and cable ties at the scene matched the profile for Decker. Authorities say no other DNA was found on the evidence.
My only question is that was it the ones that were actually on the girls, or was it the ones that were leading to the girls? And there could still be a possibility that he was forced into doing this. So there could be a possibility still that he was not the only person, but this does say that he was involved. So that's the same exact article that we just read. We're gonna move on to the next one. Officials provide DNA update in triple homicide as Travis Decker remains on the run. This one hopefully should be different. Oh, this is just this little news video. So this one isn't an actual article. This was published 12:20 p.m. and that's Mountain Time today, August 20th. It says Decker's 3 daughters were found unalive in early June near Leavenworth.
Investigators in Chelan County, Washington, say that new DNA test results strengthened the case tying Travis Decker to the killings of his 3 young daughters. The state crime lab confirmed DNA found on items at the scene matched only Decker. And officials say that he remains the only suspect in the murders of the 3 girls. Their bodies were found in June at the campsite outside of Leavenworth, Washington. Despite a statewide search for nearly 3 months, they still don't know where Decker is.
And I really wanted to believe that it wasn't him. I mean, the man fought for our country, and he had a lot of mental issues. And anyway, moving on. And this is the second to last one that we're going to go through. Actually, you know what? Let me go ahead, and the last one I had pulled up was actually just an article, I believe. Yeah, this one's just an article. This may actually be that same article we just watched. I don't know. Let me see. Maybe not.
Only suspect in his daughter's killing. Investigators believe Travis Decker is the only suspect in his daughter's killings. The Washington State father of 3 still on the run nearly 3 months after his daughters were found dead near a campsite outside of Leavenworth. The Chelan County Sheriff's Office says 5-year-old Olivia, 8-year-old Evelyn, and 9-year-old Paityn were found with multiple plastic bags over their heads. DNA samples from the bags and cable ties at the scene match the profile for Decker. Authorities say no other DNA evidence was found at the scene.
So they're all pretty much saying the same exact thing. Okay, this one is a little bit longer of an article, so maybe they'll give us more information. This one, DNA confirms that Travis Decker is the sole suspect in red rums of his daughters. August 20th, 2025, which is today, at 3:43 p.m., Chelan County, the Washington State Crime Lab completes the DNA analysis on materials collected in connection to the red rums of 3 young girls at a campground, confirming the Pewaukee native Travis Decker is the sole suspect in their red rums. The bodies of Paityn, Olivia, and Evelyn Decker were found near the Rock Island campground along Icicle Creek on June 2nd. It's got the pictures of the girls. These are the same pictures that I have up there on the left-hand side of the screen. You'll see there. Left to right is Paityn right here, Olivia right here in the middle, and Evelyn over here. The girls were with their father, 32-year-old Travis Decker, on a planned visitation. When the girls were not returned on May 30th, an endangered missing persons alert was triggered for them. Authorities found Decker's abandoned white GMC Sierra pickup truck on June 2nd near a campground where the bodies of all 3 girls were discovered. On August 6th, the Washington State Crime Lab matched Decker's DNA profile on the plastic bags that were covering each of his daughters' heads. Okay, so it was the ones that were actually on the girls. Each child was found with multiple plastic bags over their heads. The Chelan County medical examiner determined the cause of death for each victim was suffocation, and the manner of death was homicide. The DNA analysis indicated that Decker is the only suspect involved in committing these homicides. This here is some sort of a press release from the Sheriff's Office of Chelan County. I put the trigger warning up for this because skimming through it, I did find that they do talk about the girls and the state in which the girls were found in. So if that might be upsetting to you, you can go ahead and skip ahead. Always take your mental health into consideration first, please. The contact information is Chief Ryan Moody, and then it has the incident number, phone number. The date is 8/18/2025, just 2 days ago, and it has a website. Update. 1,300 hours on August 18, 2025. Updated details of the crime scene and DNA results. As previously reported on June 2nd, 2025, the bodies of Paityn, Evelyn, and Olivia Decker were located near the Rock Island campground along Icicle Creek. At the time, each victim was found with plastic bags over their head. 2 of the victims each had 2 separate bags over their heads, and the 3rd victim had 3 separate bags over their head. In addition, several cable ties were located on the ground in the immediate area of the bodies. These plastic bags and cable ties were collected that night by the Washington State Patrol Crime Response Team. Chelan County Sheriff's detectives submitted this evidence to the Washington State Crime Lab for DNA analysis. bodies. In early June, autopsies were completed, and the medical examiner determined the cause of death for each victim was suffocation, and the manner of death was homicide. On August 6th, the Washington State Crime Lab reported DNA profiles matching Travis Decker were found on the plastic bags that were covering each of his daughter's heads. DNA profiles matching Paityn, Evelyn, and Olivia Decker were also located on the plastic bags. No other DNA profiles were obtained from the plastic bags. One DNA profile was obtained from the cable ties collected at the scene. That DNA sample matched the profile for Travis Decker. No other DNA profiles were obtained from the cable ties. The completion of this DNA analysis provides additional evidence that indicates Travis Decker is the only suspect involved in committing these homicides. Decker's whereabouts remain unknown. At this time, we do not have any evidence to suggest Travis Decker is either alive or unalive. The Chelan County Sheriff's Office continues to communicate with local, state, and federal law enforcement partners to coordinate continued search efforts. The United States Marshals Service continues to offer a reward of up to $20,000 for information leading directly to Travis Decker's arrest. The suspect should be considered armed and dangerous. If you see Travis Decker, please call 911 immediately and do not attempt to contact or approach him. Anyone with information is urged to contact the nearest U.S. Marshal's office, the U.S. Marshal Service Communication Center at 1-800-336-0102 or USMS tips at www.usmarshals, that's spelled USMARSHALS.gov/tips. I think we can go ahead and take our trigger warning down now. The manhunt for Decker continues, even though authorities scaled back their efforts in late July due to the lack of leads. The primary concern is that the 32-year-old Decker is a former Army Ranger with survival training and a background in the Washington National Guard, so it would be possible for him to survive long periods of time in rugged terrain. He is considered armed and dangerous. Police report that they do not have any evidence to suggest Decker is either alive or unalive. The United States Marshals Service continues to offer a reward of up to $20,000 for information leading directly to Decker's arrest at www.usmarshals.gov/tips. That's www.usmarshals.gov/TIPS. So that's all that I really have for you tonight. Unfortunately, it does look like he did do this to his daughters. I mean, there still is a very, very, very small chance that there was somebody else involved and that they could have possibly forced him to do this to his daughters, but I think I'm going to give up on that one now. Unfortunately, I think I have to come to the realization that it's more than likely something happened, he snapped, and I'm thinking that maybe it was something to do with something that happened overseas when he was in the military, when he was over there, and I think he was in Iraq or Afghanistan or something like that. I'd have to go back and look at my notes, but I know that he was overseas. He was in the midst of it. So it's really a shame. It really is. He tried to get help and he wasn't able to get help. And unfortunately, now it's too late for him. And to be perfectly honest, that if he did do this to his daughters, I really feel like he wouldn't have been able to live with it. And in my opinion, if he did do it, I doubt that he's still alive out there. I think more than likely he's taken his own life at this point. And that's probably the reason why they can't find him. It's sad and it's very aggravating as well because of the fact that this could have been prevented. It so could have been prevented if only they would have just given him the help that he needed and that he deserved. And it just it makes me so mad. This man tried to get help. He knew that something was wrong. He fought for our country. He fought for our freedoms. Yet when he needed help, he just got the runaround. He got backs turned on him. Why didn't it end up taking a situation like this and the situation over there in Montana where that other Army vet ended up doing that quadruple homicide in the bar? Why did it take these two situations to really start waking people up and realizing that we need to have some kind of reform when it comes to making sure that our veterans receive the help that they need? I mean, I feel for these little girls. Truly, I do. But that part of this case is one thing that just really frustrates the hell out of me. These little girls, their lives could have been saved. This could have been prevented. And from things that the mom said prior, he loved those little girls. And she was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. It may not have worked out between the two of them, but they were trying to work it out because even she felt like he truly loved his children. He loved his girls. And this is, this has been one of those real hard cases for me because I've been wanting this whole entire time to give him the benefit of the doubt and believe in him. I did not want to believe that he could have done this to his little girls. But unfortunately, in this situation, it's looking like I was wrong. So I'll eat crow, although you got to remember, too, we have to say it. He is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. But will he ever make it to that court of law? Will we ever find Travis Decker? That is the ultimate question. So I'm going to leave it there, and I will bid y'all a good night and catch you on the flip side. Y'all be safe, stay happy, and thank you very much for your support. It's truly appreciated. Good night, y'all. Bye-bye.